Boom.
Set.
Boom
Or
said.
is it cast? Did it say cast?
I
I
think
wasn't
it
paying
just said
attention.
boom.
Was it just
I
boom? All right.
I thought it.
I thought it.
Did it say anything else after that? I guess.
No, I thought it blinked and then changed words, but you know what? It probably did just say boom. But good job. Hello,
I mean,
everyone.
I was gonna ask if you were doing all right, but are you okay?
I'm good enough. I'm making it.
Is preseason football that like damaging to you that you're at a loss for words?
It's like you know how have you ever met an addict? If you like give them like a
Whoa.
taste, you give them a taste, but not much substance at all, just enough for them to like get the nerves going, and then they become even more cracked up, even more antsy, and they get all psychotic because they didn't quite get the high they were looking for. That's me with preseason NFL.
Hmm. I was waiting for you to get there because I was like, man, talking about addicts and stuff. I actually don't
Oh, you
know any
said
addicts in my life other than me.
actually, I don't think I do either. That I'm aware of. I'm sure I know some or one.
Um, Preseason football kind of reminds me that if it wasn't an actual substance I'm addicted to, it'd be football. Like,
Oh, for sure.
you know what I mean? It's
Yeah, I am
probably
addicted to football.
yeah. I'm glad we can both admit that. I I was reminded of that when I was watching all the preseason highlights, like literally all of them. I'm like, what am I
Really?
doing? Yeah. Well, a lot of people, a lot of the teams, sorry, were playing their first team offense for like the first half,
Yeah,
which is
more than
kind of dope.
usual, right? That
Yeah.
is dope.
And it was pretty fun actually. It wasn't a waste of time like it usually is, but I thought it was fun watching. You got to see like a lot of the rookies play. You got to
Hmm.
see even I think Mahomes even played. Like
He
it
did,
was
yeah. He threw one pass as a touchdown.
yeah, it was cool. It was a nice little and then we got Hard Knocks too. Did you get a chance to watch Hard Knocks?
I've not, but I'm more excited for Hard Knocks than I am to finish quarterback. So I'm definitely watching that. I was actually talking about it about Hard Knocks at work today.
Are you like the only one that is not caught up?
Probably, but you can spoil it. That's fine.
Uh I'm not sure what there is to spoil, like because the first week of Hard Knocks there is no preseason game.
True. And it's
And
reality television. And we already know about James Cook. That's a piece
it's
of
kind
news.
well, they don't even really cover James Cook. It was more of the
Oh,
Josh
really?
Allen show, actually.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It was a lot about him and are you familiar with the Bills Instagram or like their social media presence?
Vaguely. I don't follow them, but I have seen some clips. I think you've sent me one or two clips from them. I remember last year there was a kind of a spoofy one with Josh Allen doing some construction stuff
Yeah.
when he was supposed to be at practice or something. That was hilarious. I don't remember much about it except that I laughed a bunch.
Yeah, he was like acting like he was living on a construction site for their new stadium,
That's right.
which is
Yeah.
supposed to be ready next year, by the way. It's not gonna be ready this year, but
Mm.
they're supposed to debut it sometime before next season. Well, get if you're gonna get on my lap, fucking get on.
I'm going, dude. I'm really going. I'm working on it.
uh, what do you think is the biggest thing you learned in the first week of the preseason, if anything?
Wow. That's a big one. First thing that I learned would be, I guess, honestly, probably what we already kind of touched on, which is that teams are like, well, for one, teams are always changing, right? Like year to year, the league actually changes quite a bit in terms of like trends and stuff, which is cool. And one of those trends this year already is like, I think more than one team has brought up in press conferences like science that backs the idea that you should get your starters some reps in preseason, even if it's just a little bit, both for like injury reasons and performance reasons. And those are obviously like tied. The Bengals have been harping on that since like the end of last season because they keep starting 0-2. So this year they threw Burrow out there for like 2 or 3 drives.
Did they win?
I don't remember. I think they did, but again, I don't think anyone's really paying attention to the final score, right? But let's
Nah,
check.
I definitely am not.
Oh no, they lost to the Eagles by a touchdown. That's right.
But Burrow was out there.
He was out there. He definitely threw a touchdown, and I'm pretty sure it's to Jamar Chase.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing that.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
sick,
yeah.
dude.
Dude,
Jamar Chase, he's amazing.
mid-season form. Yeah, he was the best performer in preseason week 1.
I learned that I totally misinterpreted the video help on first downs.
Okay.
They are not using it to place the ball. The placement of the ball is still happening with the refs. The refs are still eye testing it and then putting the football down on the ground,
So
which is
what the
still
hell is it
trash.
for?
It's to measure the first down 10-yard distance from the beginning to where the football is. So I think they're removing the need for the measurements. Like you know how people ask teams will ask for a measurement for fourth down just to make sure they want to know whether they should be going for it or not.
Yeah,
That's what it's for. They're trying to eliminate that time spent
that's
measuring.
weird. Okay.
So we were correct that it nullifies, or I'm sorry, it takes away the need for the chain gang. Like their purpose is to measure the distance between the football and the line of scrimmage. But the video thing is now supposed to replace that.
Well, I
So there's
definitely
really
saw the
there's
video, and it
not going
looked
to
to
be
me like it
much
was
of a
VAR.
change, dude.
Yeah,
What did
that's
you
what
think?
you're saying. I saw it. I want to say it was like Ravens versus the Colts or whoever, and I saw it once, like the little technology, and I could have sworn that they were using it to measure a first down, like a new set of downs. But I also wasn't really paying attention, so I believe you. But that's kind of dumb. Then why even like bring in the new tech? But okay, that's fine, I guess.
Yeah, it may not even. It's probably just not going to be. It's going to be inconsequential. I
That's
guess
what it
it's
seems
just
like.
going to bring more problems, if anything.
Yeah, that's all right. It's not the NFL without controversy.
What's another thing that you saw or learned about?
Um, I mean, I could talk about injuries. It's like a yearly thing, obviously. They're already in midseason form. All these injuries
Like what?
happening. Like, I know the Cowboys lost their starting left tackle, I think. I guess maybe
Oh,
we touched on that last week. But it's not a season ender. But the Chargers did lose their starting like
Slater.
right tackle, yes, for the whole season. So that blows. I think their line was already like not in flux or whatever, but not a strength either. So that sucks. What else we got? I mean, James Cook's holding out. He's also practicing a little bit. A little confusing. So I'm not sure exactly what the deal is. But he didn't play. But Sean McDermott, Bill's coach, said he wanted him to play, but James denied him. So I guess I don't really know what I'm saying here other than the NFL's back, baby. People are getting hurt. People are refusing to play. People are not feeling the respect that they think they're owed. I'm ready for week 1. Is kind of what I'm getting at. But it's nice to get a taste for sure.
It is nice. Did you see Landon Dickerson, the guard for the Eagles, got hurt? Torn
I don't think I
meniscus.
saw that one. That blows. Who's that? That sounds familiar.
I think he's a guard for the Eagles.
Oof.
He's supposed to be ready for the season, but that happened. And then what else? Are there any other injuries that happened that were like significant?
The Packers have a couple of receivers that are hurt, but the important one is Jaden Reed is in a boot, so he didn't play
Oh
in their
yeah,
first game. So I think Lafleur said he's hoping to get Reed back for Week 1. So sounds like Matthew Golden will be getting plenty of reps right away.
Anthony Richardson.
Oh right, I feel bad. I kind of laughed when that happened. I did laugh. You saw that play, right?
I saw his finger when he was lying on the ground.
Yeah,
Reminded me
I'm
of my
going to
finger.
hell. So I'm
Why?
definitely going to hell, but
We know, but like, why do you think that now?
think that I'm going to hell.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of reasons, but the one that I'm talking about is like if you watch the play where he got his finger misplaced, uh, it was just like a free rusher off not the blind side, his right side. He's a right-handed quarterback. No one picked this dude up, and Anthony Richardson is like locked in on his first read down the left sideline. Never saw the dude coming, and then you just see him fall on his back, on his ass. And I don't know for sure that it was his fault that like he he wasn't supposed to make that read. Maybe the running back was supposed to bump him, and probably he was. But either way, like you got to see him.
You got to feel
And
him,
and
right?
I laugh because like Anthony Richardson is, he's not known for his pocket awareness. So that was not what you want to see if you have Richardson stocks. But the good
Reminds
news
me of
is he's okay. Sorry, go ahead. What?
he's he's okay. Like the injury's not significant because it was his non-throwing hand.
Yeah, he's supposed to be back at practice this week.
Oh, God, not significant. It looks bad though.
It did.
How much stock do you have in Quinn Ewers stock in Miami?
I think you knew the answer to this, but I'll answer it anyway. I have negative stock. I shorted Quinn Ewers, and I feel okay about that. I say this as a Longhorn, and I love all my Longhorns. So I guess I am cheering for him, kind of, but I never expected him to be successful in the NFL.
I think he threw the ball in the first game against was it the Raiders? He
I don't know.
yeah, he had two strip sack fumbles lost. He threw for like 60 yards out of like 18 attempts. I'm gonna play the devil's advocate though for him. Um, it didn't look like his offensive line knew they were playing football that day.
That's true. Same for
They
his
were
receivers.
just I don't. It was kind of embarrassing, and I felt bad for Quinn because I'm not sure how you expect him to succeed if guys are just treating the offensive line like traffic cones and having free rushes at Quinn. Just don't. I don't really understand why it's fair, but it's the NFL, so I guess you're supposed to throw the ball away, not take the sack.
Yeah, it
I
was a
don't know.
tough situation. I mean, you're right. It wasn't all his fault. No doubt about it. I think the Dolphins as a whole are looking pretty bad.
Dude, you know who looked good?
Who?
Cam Ward. I really liked what I saw with him.
Yeah, he's solid. I
He could
think
be, he could be a guy.
I think so too. I just worry that the Titans are like so bad. Even if he is like the truth, he really can't show it too much this year. But we'll see. I
I
like
mean, look
him.
like their offensive line's pretty decent. It's usually a good indication of a decent team.
I just hate their skill guys. Mostly they're like receivers. Like Calvin really is solid, but not as a wide receiver one. Not in 2025. And then their running backs are like Tony Pollard, who's I guess he's fine. Whatever.
Tajay Spears got hurt, actually, now
Yep.
that you mention it.
Yeah, he did. I think he's also doubtful for week 1. But we don't know that much. Like their teams aren't required to project week 1 or not right now. So
Yeah.
we'll know more in 3 weeks.
Yeah. But yeah, Cam Ward looked good. That I could consider something to take value out of in a preseason game. On the other side of the coin, I know people were giving Shador Sanders a lot of love.
I didn't watch him. Did you see him?
I did, yeah, and he looked good, but I think people that are looking into that need to remember that he was playing against second team, third team defenses. So
Yeah.
it's always nice. You're playing in the NFL, you're playing against NFL guys, so you play well, that's good. But yeah, same thing goes for Jackson Dart. Wilson got the start, then Winston, then Dart. But Dart also looked good, so I think you take that with a grain of salt.
Yeah, of course. And even the bad performances, like it's kind of the
Right.
same deal like you said with Quinn. He was playing with his third or fourth string on the line. So
They sure played like it.
yeah,
Shit was
it's
embarrassing.
really just for the coaches these games, and we just try to do our best to see if there's anything useful.
I argue that the preseason is really about making Hard Knocks a watchable show.
That's a
It,
good theory.
it's kind of a stretch just because it talks about one team, but Hard Knocks hasn't been that great lately because it's been they stopped putting cameras in the coaches' offices when they're cutting guys, and like the drama behind the third string or undrafted free agent rookies making the team is like why I got into the show and arguably why I like got that passion to watch footballs because of how good that show was and you're not really getting that anymore so it's
Hmm.
yeah the lack of drama there leaves a lot to be desired from my perspective.
That's fair. I remember I really liked the Jets camp. Was that 2 years ago? I think it was 2 years ago because they did focus on like some undrafted free agents that wound up making the team. So you're right. And like with Hard Knocks, I don't always find it watchable, especially the in-season version. That's like my least favorite one because it's really not that much there. If you're like, if we're
Yeah,
being honest, it's like you're watching these dudes watch their own film, which is cool, but it's not like they're revealing anything important, or else they wouldn't show it on camera, right? So I'd rather just watch the games. If anything, watch their like press conferences afterwards. Sometimes.
I think what is compelling though is if you happen to be following a team that's fighting for a spot into the playoffs. I know you haven't seen quarterback yet, but that's kind of what they touch on the most is how good of a season Burrow is having, but also his team is fighting for a spot. And it's dramatic for sure because every episode is like showing how frustrated the Bengals are, but they're right there, right to get in,
Mm, yeah.
and it's pretty cool watching them like uh, think about all the situations they need to go their way in order to make the playoffs from last year, and it just all the things, all the motions they're going through as an organization to make it happen is pretty damn cool, and that kind of stuff is definitely worth watching. If it's in season, it's got to happen that way. If it's like the I don't know, like if it's like the Bills and they're just cruising, not that dramatic. Nobody gives a shit.
Yeah.
If it's like a shit team, even even worse. Nobody wants to see that shit.
True.
Or if you're Dan Campbell, that's the other exception.
I could watch Dan Campbell do just about anything. I think that'd be entertaining.
Did you see his response to the Falcons game when that guy got hurt?
Yeah. The wait. No, I didn't. Sorry, I thought you were referring to something else.
No,
That was devastating. What did he say?
it was the Lions against the Falcons, right? It
Yes.
was Lion, somebody trying to tackle Bijan Robinson, and he gave him a knee to the head, and he went unconscious. He ended up being
Hmm.
fine. It actually stopped the game completely.
Yeah. Yeah. They didn't resume it.
Yeah,
Well, what did
Campbell
he
had a
say?
he had a nice little speech about classic Dan Campbell speech. It makes you want to run
Hmm.
through a wall for a guy you've never heard of, and yeah, I encourage everybody to go check it out. He's a charismatic individual, but that guy ended up being fine. I can't remember his name, but he ended up tweeting like, I'm fine. I'll just appreciate all the T's and P's."
All right, yeah, I'll have to give that a lick-sees. He's one of a kind, Dan Campbell, and that was terrifying. So I'm glad he's okay, the player.
That doesn't happen in the preseason very often, does it? That kind of injury.
I don't know. I guess not, but I'm not watching preseason much every year. This is probably the most I've watched ever this past weekend.
Why do I get the feeling a lot of people are like that right now? This is the most preseason. That's me too. Like I guess
Yeah,
people just miss football.
I don't know what the NFL has been doing, but it's kind of genius. Whatever their marketing strategy has been, it feels like they've exploded the last since COVID.
Oh, almost forgot. Did you see Little, the Jaguars kicker, kick a NFL record
I did. Well, I saw a highlight.
70-yard field goal?
Yeah, that's insane.
Now it's a preseason game, so it doesn't actually count for the record books. If it was a regular season game, he would have beaten the NFL record by 4 whole yards, and he kicked that sucker past the crossbar by a solid 2-3 yards, like with room to give. Just
It feels like
unbelievable. And
it's
they were
cheating.
outside.
It's wild, but it is August, so. But yeah, that's crazy. I
What do you
mean,
mean by it's August?
I would assume that the wind is more conducive to a long kick in August than in like January. Maybe not. Meaning there's less wind, but I could be wrong.
There's less wind in August?
I think so than in winter.
I've never
You think
heard
that's
this.
wrong?
It's not that I
Well,
think it's wrong. I've just never heard it. You have to explain it
okay.
to me.
Well, it's impressive either way. I'm just saying, like, okay, so with like passing game stuff, it's definitely a thing where like offenses are more successful when it's hotter than if it's cold, right? If it's cold, you're doing more like bruiser football, and you're not going to throw as much.
All right, yeah, that's fair.
If it's like blizzarding or
Less
snowing,
inclement weather
yeah,
during August. That I can jump on board with.
but it doesn't matter. 70 yards is crazy. I hope he
It's
does it in
it's
a game.
wild. It's wild. What else is going on in the league? What else did we miss? Um, what about anybody that looks good to you? It's like you saw them for the first time and you're like, oh shit, they're better, or maybe the opposite, like, oh, they're trash. Like for me, it was Cam Ward's one. Travion Henderson is another one who just
Hmm.
he's a running
I
back
love that
for
guy.
New. That dude
Yeah,
is. I didn't know he was that fast and pads, so it was pretty dope to see. But anybody else like that?
I love Travion. He was one of my guys coming into the draft. I would say Keaton Mitchell. He's not a rookie, but he was out most of last year for the Ravens. He's their
He looked
running
like
back
a guy,
three. Yeah, but I think he's better than Justice Hill, who's like the backup. He is quick. I
and
mean,
that's
he's
significant because
yeah,
Justice was like a big part of that offense.
yeah, and the coaches are still saying like, Justice is our guy, which makes sense. He's a vet. He's been there for forever, so of course they're going to back him. But I feel like eventually Keaton will be getting more touches. I mean, he's just too explosive, and Derrick Henry obviously is their like the main guy, of course, and Keaton's not going to steal his job ever, but he's just a much different kind of back. So I think he'd be a great compliment to the King. So looking forward to seeing them.
This reminds me, who do you think has more? This is a leading question. Who do you think has more rushing touchdowns in the same amount of years between Lamar Jackson and Trevor Lawrence?
Who has more
More.
rushing touchdowns? Are you going to tell me that Trevor Lawrence has more than Lamar Jackson? Yeah, I would never have guessed that, except for the way you phrased it.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's weird.
Did you
Okay,
see? Did you see any of Trevor Lawrence in the preseason game? He threw another pick.
I didn't catch that. No,
He looks the same. It's preseason. I know it's preseason, but I'm just like, I don't know, just that stat. I'm just like, what the fuck is going on with this guy? Like, We touched on it last 2 weeks ago or whatever, but this is probably his last chance. And same with Kyler Murray. He also threw a pick, and
Yeah, that was kind of funny.
they're lucky that division's trash, or they're just competing with the Rams. But still, it's just there's a lot of quarterbacks that have a lot to prove this season. Um, oh, that reminds me. So Archie Manning, Arch Manning, Archie is the grandfather, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And then Arch Manning, quarterback for
The
UT.
baby.
So he's not gonna enter the draft in this upcoming draft, right?
Yeah,
2026.
that's what Archie said. And to be fair, that's what most reporters have kind of strongly suggested
Huh.
would be the case. But I would say if you're the Saints, Simone, don't give up quite yet because like it's always possible that Arch wins the Heisman. You know, has an amazing year. Texas wins the Natty. Obviously, we would love that to happen, right? And if it did, then like maybe that changes the calculus a little bit. You would think if you're like you have a perfect season, there's not much else to do in college. Obviously,
No.
Archie said what he said, but I'm just
Yeah.
saying there's a possibility. But I would definitely not. I mean, yeah, he literally said it, so I would
Well, it's
accept
very much possible
that is
that
true.
the Saints will suck for the next 2 years because fuck.
Yeah.
We decided to start Spencer fucking Rattler. We're gonna be bad. I
Oh,
went over. Did you go over on their wins and losses?
I don't
I think you
remember.
went
Let me
under.
see if I can pull it up.
I vaguely remember you going under, but we're after seeing that shit, it's like, oh shit, this is looking like a fucking 3-14 year. This is a bad team.
Yes, and also Tyler Shuck threw a pick six, so
Yep, he threw a 50-yard touchdown, but
that was cool.
we might have one of the, if not worst quarterback room in the league.
I think
Save
that's probably
New
accurate.
York, which is they're not better than New York Giants and or the Jets. Not even Pittsburgh. I don't even think they're better than Rodgers, old man at Rodgers.
No, the Saints are the floor right now. I'm sorry to tell you,
It's okay.
but you know what?
What?
They trashed the Cowboys last year in week 2 by like 40 points,
That'd be
so
fun.
I
I'm
can't really
okay with
say shit.
us going what 3-0 again, and then everybody thinking, "Are we gonna go to the Super Bowl? Are we gonna? Oh my God, the Saints go to the Super Bowl!" I'm like, I'm cool with playing spoiler for the first 3 weeks. That sounds fine, but that's not happening this year,
I don't think so either.
sadly. Yeah, it's gonna be a tough year, but I think Kamara is still gonna be a very good running back. I know he's old in terms of running back years, but personally, dude, if I had the chance of drafting him in a 12-man standard league, like he is a solid sixth, seventh round pick. Like you can get a guy like that. I think he can be an RB1, RB2.
Okay, yeah, yeah. 6th round, we can have a discussion. I think that's fine, but I feel like his ADP is a little higher than that. Although I'm not sure. I think it's like fifth or fourth. I would definitely not touch him in the fourth. Uh, I'm a little worried. I had him last year, and the first like half of the season was amazing, and then the second half was a little bit of a challenge. So I'm a little weary for Kamara, even though I love him. But we're doing a mock draft today, so
Oh
we'll
yes,
find out a
surprise
little bit more.
everybody. We're going to be doing a fun little mock draft with two special guests, which we will reveal we will reveal soon. But before we do that, I don't even think we're going to do a full draft. So I wanted to get more of your opinions, Eddie.
Yeah.
If there's anybody that you've been paying attention to in the first week of the preseason or this off season, anybody that kind of jumps out to you, either on highlights of what they're looking like, or is there anyone that has caught your eye that you'd be interested in drafting?
Well, I didn't prepare for this, so I'm gonna have to just go with the real answer, which I don't know if you want to hear because you get tired of my homerism, which is fair. But let me get on my soapbox here and show you my pet cat. His name is Matthew Golden. So just for context, I mean I'm sure the few people listening like know who he is, right? But anyway, first round receiver to the Packers out of Texas, and he was like the dude from what I saw. He was the dude for Texas last year from like November through the playoff. I never really felt great about the offense personally. I thought we were more of a defensive team, and especially throwing the ball, like just not that good. Unless it was to Golden. Golden felt reliable. But anyway, with the Packers, Jaden Reed is already hurt. He's not for sure
In a
playing
boot,
week
right?
one. He's in a boot. Uh, and even if he wasn't in a boot, I'm like not that high on the Packers anyway. Like specifically the receiver room. They got Romeo Dobbs, who's like fine. I think he's a starting caliber NFL receiver. I don't think he's really moving the needle much. And I'm not really gonna listen to any like Dontavian Wicks or Christian Watson hype. Just not into that. So I think the room is his for the taking. And like basically everything that I've read and seen online is that he's like lighting it up in training camp. So in the first game, I think he only played 2 series and he had one target and he caught it. It was not a big deal. But it was kind of funny. Jordan Love threw 5 passes and the only one he completed was to Matthew Golden. So
Nice.
I don't know. It feels like a preview of things, but maybe I'm just seeing what I want to see. But basically, I think he is going to have a big year. I don't want to quite say that he's like going to win Offensive Rookie of the Year or anything. There's a lot of great names like Travis Hunter, obviously Ashton Genty, but I think Golden has a dark horse at that race, like a
There's
solid
always
puncher's chance.
one or two receivers,
Yep,
rookie receivers, every year that will blow up for 1,000 yards and 8
yep,
touchdowns.
that's been the
Happens every
trend.
year.
Last year we saw Lad McConkey, who was a second rounder. I liked McConkey, but I definitely didn't see that happening. Mostly because like the Chargers, I thought would just run the ball, which they kind of did, but he still blew up. And then it was Brian Thomas doing it. It was not Marvin
Brian Thomas.
Harrison. Yeah.
That dude is a beast.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, he's special. And Malik Neighbors to a slightly lesser extent.
Yep.
So
Yep.
granted, that was like a special receiver class. So, but
True.
you're still right.
It'll probably normalize back down to one, maybe two
Hmm.
receivers or rookie receivers that play like that. You're right. That was the an abnormal amount of rookies that were really good. Um, I have a weird hot take with Golden.
Okay.
I don't think he'll succeed because his number is weird. I don't like that he's number 22.
Oh yeah, I have heard that actually. Well,
I just don't like it. There's something about being a running back number that does not bode well for his success. Just
it
call it
does
a game.
look bad. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to deny that 22 is a bad number. But uh, from my DGen Reddit dives that I've done on the Packers subreddit, just lurking. Apparently, there's whispers that it's not official because someone posted on the Packers subreddit that they couldn't find a Matthew Golden jersey in the team store, and then they asked someone about it, and they were like, "Oh, it's because he still hasn't like submitted his number officially or something." So people speculate that maybe he's like waiting for like
Huh.
the final roster to be official to see if two becomes available. But that's obviously completely speculation. So we will see. But I don't know. Either way, I'm going to take the nerdy analytical approach that his number doesn't matter, even though I agree it looks like shit.
Huh. Well, I hope he succeeds, but not with that number. It's not happening with the 22. Sorry, buddy.
All right.
Okay.
More for me.
I've already mentioned Henderson. So I think that's enough. Let's move on. We'll take a break and then we're gonna do a fun little mock draft. Some special guests, and we'll come back with them in the room and we'll go from there. All right, we're here with our special guests, and we're going to be doing a draft, a 12-person fantasy football draft with our friends Dylan and Sammy. Welcome. Thanks for coming.
Yeah,
Thanks
you're
for
welcome.
having myself and Dylan.
Who's your cat, Sammy? Oh, it looks like you got a dog coming
That's
on the screen.
that's Zemo, and yeah, there might be a dog back there too. That's Ember. That's back there, the dog. And then
Sup,
this is
y'all?
Zemo, who's
Are they
taking a little bath
friends?
right now.
Are they frenemies?
Yeah,
Or are they just enemies?
they're acquaintances. Like they're not besties, but they get along fine.
Nice.
Yeah,
Dylan, you don't have a cat. What's up with that?
I don't need a cat.
You don't eat cat? Or you don't need a
I
cat?
No, I don't need a cat. I'm my own cat.
It's a very positive, optimistic way
Yeah.
of looking at it. Proud of you. What do you guys think your like? What's your level of experience with football, fantasy football? You guys been doing it a while?
I mean,
Um,
yeah, go ahead, Dylan. You go first.
I mean, yeah, but I don't know why that's relevant. This is an NBA draft, right?
Yeah,
That's why I'm
totally.
wearing this fucking hat. You told me to show up as the Washington Wizards, and I'm the Washington Wizards.
And I knew you were eventually going to figure it out. So,
Okay, good.
uh, Sammy, you know this is an NFL draft.
Yeah.
All right, that's
No, I
good.
play fantasy football all the time. Sometimes I'm in too many leagues,
How many leagues is
and
too
so I,
many?
I had to cut eight.
No
Eight
judgment.
was the most I did in one year.
8?
And honestly, that yeah, it was just annoying at that point,
What the?
more than it was fun. It felt like a
Sort.
burden, so I had to like cut a few leagues the next year, trim it down to 5. I think
Oh,
that's the sweet
fine.
spot. It's just, to be honest, it's hard to say no. I like doing the drafts and I like managing the teams, and so when someone asks me to join the league, I'm like, hell yeah, I'm in.
No,
But then you get to a lot, and you're like, this actually takes up way more of my day than I would like it to. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I feel like the draft is the best part, but
yeah. All my first round picks usually get a season-ending injury, and then I just
all of them. That seems like low odds.
I usually do 2 leagues a year, and in at least one of them, my first round pick gets a season-ending injury. This has happened the last 2 years. Last year, though, I recovered and got second overall.
oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
you're
Made the
improving.
playoffs as the wild card and won out, and then lost in the finals because I think Brock Purdy had like a record week the last week of the fantasy season or something.
Honestly,
Have
it's
you
like
guys?
just getting to the playoffs feels like a win because I've had a couple teams where I feel like invincible and I basically go undefeated. Like in our league last year, Simone, I was hot shit for the whole season, and then I got a bye, and then Josh knocked me out immediately, and that felt bad.
Eddie, you're always hot shit. You're always thinking you're hot shit. About headed up to
Well,
here.
I was humbled. That's kind of the point of the story, right? But sure.
Have you all you guys won a championship yet in your lifetimes? At least one.
Yeah.
Oh, wow! I'm surprised to hear this. I figured at least one. At least one.
Sammy said yes.
No, yeah, I have.
I mean, with how many leagues he's in per year, I'd expect you're winning at least one. Just
Odds are I'm gonna win one eventually.
not a bad strategy. But you other two,
Did the last 2 years, I have had the best record overall, nearly undefeated in this one more casual league. Um, Actually, only lost one regular season game both years. Stopped my way through the playoffs, and then the semifinals, just choke and barely lose. I think the 2 years ago I lost by zero point 0.4 points, and then last year
Oh,
it was like 3 points or something. And then I go to the third place match and I blow them out by 100 points. A third place match, hate to see me coming, but
tragic.
have not won.
damn. I feel that, Debo.
Do you guys have any hot takes on how fantasy football should be played, or do you think
If
it's
your kicker
perfectly
makes a 60-yard field goal, you get 100 points for the week.
played? That's a hot take. Sounds like a fun league. Yeah,
I
the
can't think
traditional
of
way
any
of
off
like
the top, but
week to week, head to head. It's been around forever, and some people like it, some people don't like it. You guys like it?
I mean, yeah, I've started to become more of a dynasty league player myself instead of redraft. Um, I just kind of like getting to hang on to players and like you're making a longer commitment when you make moves and stuff like that. So I started to play a few of those and I enjoy those.
It feels more consequential, right? It feels like
Yeah,
it's more your thing, whereas redraft
yeah,
feels kind of like more like luck sometimes. I mean, I
right,
guess
yeah.
it's always luck, but yeah,
It's always
Dynasty's
luck.
closer.
Interesting. What about you, Dylan? No hot takes?
No, I mean it's fine. I get irritated with keeper leagues, and I think dynasties are better. If you're going to save players, just do dynasties. Don't do
Yeah.
keepers, and don't do like multiple keepers. Like one keeper is fine. More than one, like three keepers, is like kind of too much. One league I'm in, you have to sacrifice 2 rounds up from when they were drafted or when you kept them. So like you can't keep higher than your 3rd round pick the next year, which is
Oh,
kind of nice.
that's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I kind of like that.
Whoa, another cat has entered the chat.
Yeah, that's Mara. Say hi, Mara. Look at
Damn.
them. They're both like locked in on this right now. That's
I
crazy.
know. I can only see eyes on the black space on your right.
I didn't know you guys were just
Yeah, I like that
fantasy
void a
football
lot.
fiends.
They're locked in on your football
Yeah.
team.
Thank you.
There's
Oh,
a package.
there's Ralphie. Haven't. Oh, there he goes.
Oh yeah, Jamie
Yeah.
asked about Ralph.
He's good. He farts and
Mm.
does not know it was him, so he turns around and is kind of scared and then cowers away.
Hell yeah.
But he's good.
All right, fellas. Well, what we have is a 12-team mock draft, PPR, standard scoring. We're gonna have like computers for the other 8 players,
Yes.
and
Okay.
we will stop around at the 6th round, and then see who won. Subjectively speaking.
All right, I'm gonna
I
share
th-
my screen.
yeah. Go ahead.
Dun 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 dun.
Dylan is the first of us. He's picking number 3.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and start this guy.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
I think it's 2 minutes per pick, but computer needs 1 second.
And I have to explain why I'm taking this player.
If you don't mind.
Do I pick and then we pause, or do we pause the clock and then I pick to explain?
The
I
either
guess
or.
I have a minute 50.
I
I'll
mean,
just
if you
talk.
know right now too, you have 2 minutes on here. You could just walk us through
Yeah.
it.
I'm going to take Jamar Chase because he is basically like the NFL's Luka Doncic. He is a white European young player. Took his team to the finals, did not win. Should have won multiple MVPs by now. Got called fat and out of shape, traded to the most hated franchise in the league, and is still the best. So it's kind of self-explanatory.
Some cutting edge analysis. This is a great addition to the pod.
Yeah.
I would have also taken Chase.
Why not Justin Jefferson? Is he that much
Did
better?
JJ McCarthy's throwing to him? A Michigan
Oh,
quarterback that's not Tom Brady?
speaking truths right now, Debo. I have CD above Jefferson this year for the same exact reason.
Damn. Too much slander on Justin. That's crazy.
I mean, Jefferson's the better receiver, but
He's great.
we're talking about fantasy.
He can't throw himself the ball.
Yes. As much as I get annoyed by Dak, I am pretty low on McCarthy. Also,
So
I love.
Eddie, are you not concerned with them bringing in George Pickens too? That kind of eats at
No,
CD's
actually,
production, or
so I think maybe it does a little bit, but I feel like it's
Yeah.
offset, if anything, and maybe even a net positive because watching the Cowboys, and let me know if you disagree, but watching the Cowboys like the last 2 years, it feels like
Other teams just
teams
double CD. Yeah.
exactly, yeah, they're just doubling him, and then pretty much nothing happens on offense. So I'd rather him get like 2 or 3 targets a drive where there's like several plays than just have him get one terrible target like for a 3 and out 6 times a game.
Yeah.
So hopefully he can get some more explosives this year because last year it was kind of just like dink and dunk stuff. But even then he finished I think top 10. So anyway, I got to make a pick. Um,
Feel free to pause the draft anytime. I did have a hot take on Pickens. I think CD Lamb's gonna have the same, if
I'm
not
taking
worse,
it away.
year from last year because inevitably Pickens is gonna get caught doing 140 yard in a 40 mile per hour school zone since they're everywhere in Fort Worth. So he won't be
Has
playing the
he
full
done that?
season. It's fucking George Pickens. The rules don't apply to
Uh,
him.
he's wild.
Okay, I'm about to be up. Wait, is this CPU
I
not?
don't know what's
No.
going on right now. This is not supposed to be happening. This is a computer. Can I?
I see that Team 8 drafted Derrick Henry
Oh shit.
on my screen.
That's weird. Okay, there we
There
go.
it is.
Wow.
Okay, I guess I'm
Wow.
on the clock then. Um. Okay, so even going into this, I was kind of looking at Puka just because that's where the line was drawn on sleeper, and I like Puka, and I kind of agree with you, Eddie. I think like whenever there's these duo receivers, right? Like it might take away some production, but I think it does help facilitate getting them both open.
Yeah.
And just kind of takes the pressure off of one of them. I think Devontae kind of does that here with the Rams. The only concern I have right now is obviously Matt
Hmm.
Stafford, and is he? I mean, but I think he's going to play most of the season, is what they're saying. But he might miss week one. Maybe he's questionable there. But I think as long as he's going to play for most of the season, I'm comfortable with taking Puka Nacua here. So that's what I'm going with.
Solid.
Stafford was supposed to be practicing today, but
Yeah.
he surprised everybody by showing up in street clothes again. So that whole situation scares me with LA.
Yeah, if that lingers, like if I have drafts that are like closer to the start of the season, and he's still kind of like not trending in the right direction, that probably changes my outlook on guys like Puka and Devontae and the rest of that offense.
Who's their backup? The Georgia guy.
Stetson Bennett.
Benson
Yeah.
Bennett.
Did you see him like off 1 foot throw it
Yeah.
60 yards in the air?
He was awesome last year too until he had to take that hiatus from football.
Right. I thought it was Jimmy G though. I thought Stetson was
Jimmy G's the number 2, and I think Stenson's the number 3 right now.
Uh,
Um,
I'm high on Stetson. I am not high on Jimmy G.
that's fair. I don't think Devontae Adams is either, right? I thought that was
no,
what
he's not.
happened in, in Las Vegas.
There's that like viral clip, right, where he's like,
Yeah.
"I'm gonna die out here."
I've always kind of figured Devonte Adams is sort of a possession esque type of receiver, so that's a reason why I'm not super high on Puka. I think what's his name, Devonte is going to demand a lot of touches, uh, and I could see him getting targeted a lot like Cup was. So, anyways, uh, I think Christian McCaffrey is interesting here. I'm not going to take him. I would rather take a guy like Nico,
20 seconds
Malik
more.
Neighbors. Yeah.
I can pause it if you need it.
Yeah, that's fine. Pause it. Uh, yeah, Malik Neighbors scares me because Russell Wilson he slings it deep, so I'm not sure he's the right guy to throw to Malik. I mean, he's not playing the Tyler Lockett position, and the history of DK Metcalf or whatever big name receiver like George Pickens he had throwing to, super inconsistent. So when I play fantasy football, I'm just thinking of like, who can I fucking depend on? And Malik Neighbors kind of scares me with consistency and Russell Wilson behind the center. So with all that being said, I'm taking Malik Neighbors at number.
Yeah,
Good
if
pick.
Russell Wilson has any sort of
I'm not taking him.
injury or like
I'll take Nico.
Take it. Take him. Take him. Take him. Take him.
good
Oh,
pick,
All right, you got 2 seconds when I start this up. You ready?
hold on, hold on.
I think you
Honestly,
can take him while pause, so you can just leave it.
Oh, really?
hold on.
I think so.
try and just take him.
Wait, I got it. Done. Wait, I thought I did. It's not working. I'm trying to press the
You have
plus
to resume
button.
it.
It's not
Try to
happening.
resume it then. Oh, this is gonna be
Can
close.
I?
Good.
Okay. Listo?
Yes.
Nice.
You're playing a dangerous game.
All right. Now,
I think while you're looking here, Simone, like the thing with neighbors too, it might even be if you end up owning him in fantasy, you might be like hoping Russ gets benched and maybe like
Yeah,
Jackson Dart comes
Yeah.
in and unlocks him a little bit, like
or famous Jameis.
or even
Oh,
Jameis, right?
yeah.
Like Jameis has put up numbers before,
30 touchdowns,
Yeah,
30 interceptions. First time in NFL history, baby.
just throw
right?
that bitch down the field.
And
Neighbors
if
is
you're
there
a
somewhere.
neighbors owner, like you don't give a fuck if he throws a pick. I mean, obviously the drive ends, but like it's not minus points on neighbors. Like as long as they
Yeah.
get that ball back and keep slinging it.
Do you guys believe that Christian McCaffrey is able to stay healthy for an entire year?
No.
And if he does, let's just say hypothetically he's able to stay healthy. Would he then be a top 5 running back?
I think he is. If he's
Yeah,
Yeah, I
healthy.
think if
if
he
he's
stays
healthy.
healthy, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the value, the risk of a guy like that, since it's luck anyways.
If it's bad, it's luck.
Yeah, exactly. The Dolphins scare me. I'm not sure how I feel about that offense. Mike McDaniels might not even be
Yeah, I feel like a lot of
coaching.
these are kind of hit or miss. The names right now.
I like the ceiling with Christian McCaffrey. I'm just going to go with that. I know he's super injury prone or whatever, so I'm going to take him.
Damn. All right, Simone, I'm gonna admit it. You sniped me here. I was looking at Christian McCaffrey. He's
Why?
definitely
What's your
had
reasoning?
history with injury, but I mean, I just think he didn't play all last season. I mean, I know he's dealing with the Achilles thing, but I just think it kind of keeps the tread on his tires a little bit more. I think he comes back fresh this season. I mean, like we were saying, if he stays healthy, I think he has a productive year. The Niners should be decent again. I don't know if they'll be like the best team in the NFC, but they should be good, and like he should put up statistics if he's healthy. So I like Christian McCaffrey there, and obviously I took a receiver first pick, so I was going to go running back here. I like Devon A Chain out of Miami, but I think you were kind of hinting at it too. Like Miami just kind of scares me. The situation there doesn't really seem like all's really good with Tyreek Hill there, and like if stuff starts to, you never know what happens if Tua gets hurt again. The offense can like take a sharp turn quickly. So I'm gonna go Bucky Irving here.
Mm.
I'm just higher on him this season, and I like Tampa Bay in general. So I'm going with Bucky Irving.
Is it just Bucky down there in Tampa? Is there anybody else?
So Rashad
No,
White's the number 2. I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
know if Rashad White's healthy right now though.
Now I think
And
Sean
then
Tucker
Sean Tucker's the number
might
3.
even just take his job as the RB2.
You
Straight
don't
up,
think
yeah.
Rashad White is he's a way better pass catcher and pass blocker than Sean Tucker. But if he is injured at all, Sean Tucker is going to get a lot of touches. I think he'll share with Bucky if Rashad White has
I
any
do
sort of
have
injury.
a
But
Sean Tucker in a dynasty league, so I'm kind of hoping he emerges a little bit.
so? It's funny you say that because I was going to mention the possibility of too many mouths to feed in Tampa Bay in that backfield. Is
I
that
mean, my read on it is I think Bucky's the clear number 1, and then
yep,
who's
Yeah,
going to be the number 2 behind him is more the question.
I'm high on
That's my
Bucky
read on it,
this
anyways.
year. If he was here at my pick, I would have taken Bucky, but now I'm struggling. Oh man, I know what my heart wants, but if I'm trying to play the ADP game, but I don't think he'll make it back to me. I'm thinking about Chase Brown right now. I'm also really high on Chase because, for one thing, the Bengals defense is going to be ass again. That's what all
Yep.
signs point to. And he is basically their backfield, and it's a great offense. So I feel like his ADP is a little lower than it should be. And even though all
Drake
these names
London,
are,
though. The fact that he fell
yeah,
to you,
I do like Drake London, but I'm not like as I feel like his ceiling's higher, right, than like Chase Brown. But I feel more comfortable starting Chase Brown week to week. Like I feel like he's definitely going to get me 14 points, whereas Drake can get me like 10 or he can get me 35. Oh, damn it. I'll take Chase Brown.
yeah,
Okay.
I think this is a good quarterback range for someone that's elite like Lamar, Josh Allen.
I think Anthony Richardson was a bust, is a bust, will always be a bust. Florida fans have always said he's a bust. I think he sucks. I think the
Really,
Colts
Florida fans say that?
run the shit out of the ball. They were saying before he even came to the league, they're like,
Damn.
this guy sucks. Why is he's only drafted off measurables? I think he's trash.
He had a sick
And
play, I think.
yeah, he can't. It's his second year, and he can't recognize an NFL defense and understand the scheme of an offense. Of like, you have free rushers
Yep.
on one side, you throw a quick pass that way. He didn't even look that way. I mean, his
Yes.
right. I don't know if it was a blocking scheme. His right tackle didn't pick it up, but like, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it's his
I don't
fault.
think. Yeah, I don't think he's an elite quarterback. I don't think they're going to be able to throw the ball very well. I think they're going to run the ball a lot, and I think Jonathan Taylor right now is a good value pick. So I'm picking this guy because he is the Dwight Howard of the NFL. He is a 7-foot tall
Let's go.
black guy. Went to the finals, lost to one of the greatest franchises of all time. Eventually went to play for that franchise, was toxic, and the team just completely fell apart. Went overseas, got into some legal trouble. Was still playing overseas for a while, and now is doing podcasts. And that, in a nutshell, is Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, JT's taken a lot of heat unnecessarily. He was still productive last year, even when he missed a healthy portion of the season, and
Yeah,
he's still a good running back. I really don't know why he's kind of flown under the radar for
I just
this
worry
long.
about the offense as a whole. I have JT in 2 dynasty leagues, so I love him. I think he's like a top 5 talent still at the position, but I'm worried about defenses just knowing that there's no aerial threat and they're just going to feed
yeah.
like stack the box every play. So I hope you're right, Dylan.
What
Well,
if
he's
what if
getting
old boy
touches.
Daniel Jones comes in? Think he
That's what
takes the
I'm
top
hoping
off the
for.
defense?
Yeah, I want
Right?
Daniel Jones to start.
Yeah.
I think hot take: Daniel Jones is only being held back by his coach in New York. He just needs to
That is
curse
a
it.
hot take. That's a flaming hot
That is a very hot take. That is a very hot take.
That is kind of a hot take, but I do think he could be successful with Shane Steichen in Indianapolis. Like he's done a good job. He did it with Jalen Hurts in Philly before. I think he's like a good offensive mind as a head coach. I don't know. I'm not saying he's gonna like go win MVP, but like he could be good.
Eddie, can you pause?
Oh yeah,
Okay, at this position, I really like the top 3 tight ends on the board right now. In McBride, Kittle, and Laporta, but with the quarterback still on the board, especially. So I'm going to just go through the top 3 quarterbacks. Jaden Daniels right now, I don't think
Lamar Jackson was taken. Audience.
Lamar Jackson was taken. Josh Allen was taken. So the sleeper rank of Jaden Daniels, Jalen Hurts, and Joe Burrow. I don't think the Washington Commanders giving Jaden Daniels the retirement home of skill players around him is a successful combination for this offense. I think there's a lot of question marks with Washington. I don't know what Debo is going to be like in this offense. I don't know what they're going to do with Scary Terry. If he even plays for them, did they finish contract negotiations, or is he
He's still unsigned as far as I know.
yep.
demanding a trade, quote unquote demanding a trade? Yeah, I don't know. I don't love Washington's offense, even though Jaden Daniels was great last year. I think he has a little bit of a sophomore slump, but I could be completely wrong and eating crow. And Debo has an insane year with him. Jalen Hurts, fuck dilly, fuck Philly. I mean, that's
Enough said.
my analysis
Come
for that
on,
one.
you can't not look at those rushing numbers and think he's a running back and a quarterback. He's arguably
Push
got the
didn't get
most
banned.
value.
Yeah, I know the value is there. It's tough not to take him. I'm not gonna lie, but I think because of Joe Burrow's unique situation of needing to score 50 points a game
Don't
to
do this to
even
me.
win, I'm gonna take Joe Burrow.
Smart, yeah. Eddie's not.
Good
I'm
pick.
taking this guy. He's kind of like the Kyrie Irving of the NBA. He is, a 6'1" black man. Went to started his career in Ohio. Was kind of second fiddle to the greatest player of all time,
Oh my god.
Jamar Chase. And then left under kind of confusing circumstances. Went to the Northeast, bounced around a few teams in the Northeast, left a very negative impression everywhere he went. Had some very questionable takes on some podcasts and some tweets.
Oh.
And then now is thriving in the great state of Texas. And to me, that encapsulates Joe Burrow to a T. You can unpause it, Eddie.
That was a great explanation.
I'm gonna have to end
Albeit
this draft now. Oh, that's my quarterback. Good pick.
Eddie's scrambling. Looks like he's panicking.
I'm flustered.
You
No,
pause.
I'm not gonna. Well, if I need to, I will. I feel like the second and third round are sometimes the hardest rounds to pick in like any draft.
You know,
Like
they
the
say
first
that
rounders,
you're
yeah,
you're not winning the league with your first and second pick. You're winning the league
yeah,
with
exactly.
your post 4 picks and post round 4 picks and everything else after that, the sleepers and stuff. So I think you're going to be fine with this pick. You got a lot of options.
I do.
Definitely wouldn't be going all the way down there. What are we doing?
I don't. You got to give the courtesy scroll first of all. This is my experience. You got to give the courtesy scroll. Don't trust ADP like unless you obviously are like new to fantasy and you don't have much of your own opinions. Then of course ADP is a good barometer. But
Are you taking Alvin Kamara? Aren't you? Do it.
I'm gonna take Jordan Mason. No, I'm definitely not touching Alvin Kamara this year. I think he's too expensive. I was telling you, I think he's ADP's in the 4th, and that's what it seems like here, and that's too much for me. Not with the worst team in the league.
All right. Okay. Settle down.
So okay, no, seriously, my philosophy in fantasy, especially redraft, is like just get good players on good teams, and it's that simple. And so I'm not getting Alvin Kamara this year. So I got some Cowboys, I got some Bengals. They should both score points even if they don't make the playoffs.
I think good teams have successful wide receivers and a successful running back core. I think bad teams have very successful tight ends. So I don't think the Raiders are any good. Brock Bowers is the best tight end in the league. I think Trey McBride, he would have been second most yards and touchdowns if he hadn't got hurt. Also, mid-team, right? It's a weird barometer of success whenever your receivers are succeeding. Multiple receivers with 1,000 yards and 8 touchdowns or whatever. Your team's probably doing well. But if your tight ends are your best players, probably not a good sign. So I think it's the opposite for tight ends. But everybody else, if you're getting good players on good teams, you're probably putting yourself in the best position to succeed.
Yeah, and I'm a statistician. I'm gonna take the law of averages into account. So I'm just gonna seek out players on good teams.
Damn,
I'm going with James
I
Cook.
do love me some freaking James Cook. I think he's so good, man.
I think so too. I think
How
they're
many
being
touchdowns
stupid
did he have? Like
by not
16?
signing him yet.
A
Yeah, I think
lot.
he's more talented than someone like Kyron, personally.
Yeah. So what do you do here, Stan?
Alright.
You want to tie
Wait,
it
are
in?
they James Cook and the Bills? Are they good contract wise? Wasn't there like
No,
something?
he's holding in.
He's
He
okay. He's good. He's good.
no, he's not
Oh,
good. Not
oh,
yet.
he's not good.
So I'm taking a little bit of
Okay,
a gamble.
okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Now that we know that Ray Davis can kick the football too, I'd be concerned.
All right, for my pick here, this pick was decided when Joe Burrow got taken. I was either gonna go Jalen Hurts or Joe Burrow with this pick.
Come
I
on, we
just I
all know
feel
you're
I
doing
want a
Jalen.
quarterback here, and that tush push did not get banned, so we were pushing that tush all season long. Let's go.
I will say it was only 2 votes away, dude, from getting banned. It was so close this offseason from getting banned. But they needed 24, and they only got 22 votes.
Let's go. Yeah, Jalen Hurts is the pick.
Jalen Hurts' career is still alive, baby. Yeah, I'm glad you took him because I wanted to take Jaden. I'll take him now. This is more of a fun pick. Jaden Daniels is the kind of player that you just love rooting for. He's exciting as hell, runs the football. He's just like that. I've kind of touched on it on our previous pods. He's one of those guys that always gives you a chance to win. He kind of reminds me of like a Josh Allen type, and that I don't know. Honestly, I don't even care if he succeeds fantasy wise. That is a guy that I would love to root for. So I'm totally going by feeling on this one, not necessarily his fantasy stats. Okay, we're zooming in. There's not anything like going on with Jaden's personal life that would get him suspended, right?
No, I
Nah,
think he's A plus plus plus.
he's a goody two shoes.
Yeah.
He's not gonna get in trouble off the field or anything.
Okay, that's good to hear. All
But
right.
you took
Well, I was actually considering Jalen Hurts over Jaden, but I think I would have taken Jaden anyways, just because Jalen Hurts is boring.
Yes.
Everybody knows that. All right.
of the NFL.
There's a lot of old people on that board. I'm gonna go ahead and take Kenneth Walker as my next pick. I like lack of competition. I like that he's just improving and he is for some reason slept on in the league. So I think he's going to be. I could see him being a top 5 running back. He was in the top 10 last year, but I think he's just going to improve. I like the value there. I think, you know, when it comes to redraft, you just take the player that's going to give you the most points, that's highest on the ADP, and you work it out later. If you have 4 receivers, if they're the best 4 receivers at that time, then you can use it to build a team after that. So I'd prefer getting the highest value. I think Kenneth Walker has the most. I love you, Alvin. I really do, but I think I can wait on you.
I don't know. I think the NPCs are going to snatch him up.
Alvin,
Mm-hmm.
hey, is that board up to date? Is he literally
I think
ranked
so.
41?
Yeah. Well, in terms of sleeper ADP, yeah.
As far as sleeper goes, yeah. Sleeper has had some faded rankings before, but I think in this case they got Mike Evans at the top. That's where I'm looking. Is there anything more reliable than a Mike Evans 1,000-yard season?
Damn it,
I don't
Simon.
know, but
He literally has more of them than even Jerry Rice. So there's nothing. Death, taxes, and Mike Evans getting 1,000 yards in his NFL season. Count on it.
I'm taking that to the
following
bank.
me. Mm.
Yeah, you can't really go wrong with that decision. The only thing that concerns me with Evans is they got a new rookie receiver that I think they're going to throw to a lot.
Yeah,
Not
he's good.
McMillan, a new guy.
Fabuka.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, at Ohio State.
Oh yeah, yeah. That guy. I could see that taking away touches, but it is Mike Evans we're talking about here. He's a sure Hall of Famer.
Yeah, and I hope if he does eat into the targets a bit, I hope he takes Chris Godwin's targets and not Mike Evans, but we'll see.
I feel like that has to be the case. Ibuka seems like a slot guy.
Eddie panicking again. Just take
No,
Xavier Worthy. Come on, we all know you want him.
I'm gonna take. I think I'm gonna take Devontae Adams. Okay, you gonna hate on Devontae Adams?
Only because you're taking him. Oh, there goes Kamara.
Got it.
Well, what's your reasoning with Devontae?
I like the Rams, even though I am worried about Stafford for sure. I'm like a little worried, but in the fourth round, I'm okay with this value, and I don't expect him to, to like get more targets than Puka either. But I just think McVay loves to spam his like two or three best players, and Adams is that now. So I'm okay with getting the second most targets on the Rams this year. Just stay healthy, and you should definitely give me fourth round value, I think.
Yeah, and I think the thing too with Devontae is he might eat into those red zone
Yeah.
opportunities a bit.
Oh yeah.
He's a huge body. They get down close, and his bread and butter is like that fade route. 3 to 5 yards out or whatever. And so I could see him catching a few balls like that this season.
Okay. I am.
Man, dealing with that Chase Burrow stack. That's fun.
Yeah, it's filthy.
Oh yeah. Oh, Eddie, can you pause? Sorry.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll take 45 seconds, but I might. I'm torn. I don't think any of these running backs are like great, but they're really good RB2 value right now. I don't know how high to be on Hampton right now. I know Harbaugh loves to run the ball, so maybe he ends up being a stud and maybe gets a lot of touches and a lot of value. I mean, David Montgomery is David Montgomery. He's going to get touches. He's going to pound it in. Um, I don't know. On the wide receiver side, I am a Bo Nix truther.
Really? Oh wow.
And I think, I mean, Cortland Sutton is his number one target, right?
Yeah.
So
Signed a nice contract. They believe in him.
I like Cortland Sutton. I don't love Aaron Rodgers, DK Metcalf. I think Devonta Smith is a phenomenal wide receiver. I don't know. The Eagles have so many weapons. They can spread the
really
ball around
talented.
so much. It's tough. And I kind of want to do a fun pick. I kind of want to do two fun picks now that I'm at the end of the snake. So my fun pick here, I'm going to take most people would call him the Kyle Anderson of the NFL.
Xavier Worthy.
Slow, very slow. And yeah, Xavier Worthy.
Knew it.
Slow and plays hella defense. You can unpause, Eddie.
I keep forgetting.
He's probably the slowest player in the league, Xavier Worthy.
Okay. This worked out great. I am so high on Travion Henderson and the Patriots offense.
Nice.
Really?
I think Drake May figures it out this year. I think he's shown flashes of being fucking sick.
I think everybody, dude, I think the whole world now is on board that Travion Henderson hype train. It's crazy how popular
he's had a phenomenal preseason. He was great in college. I'm so high on him. He's young too. He doesn't have wear like Mixon and Pacheco do. Yeah.
Damn, Mixon's still there.
I think I'm an advocate for this kind of thing. You want a guy, you go get him. You don't win leagues by just sitting back and hoping you get your guy. You fucking spend your 5th round pick and you go take him. I think that's.
Oh, I agree. I agree. Get your guy, especially if it's
I
past
think,
like the 4th round.
yeah, I think I reached on the last 2 picks, but I think they're fine,
No,
especially for a league that we're not playing and we're just drafting in. Hell yeah.
I actually love your team, Dylan. Um, oh, Mixon did get taken right after you. I love Travion Henderson as a talent. I'm not sold on the Pats offense as a unit yet, and I also like Drake May a lot. So it's not about that, but I don't trust their O line yet. But I
Yeah,
think I
that's
think
fair.
they're going to be really good. That's if not this year, then soon. Um, okay. I don't really want DK Metcalf either. He's top
Nobody
80
wants
defense
DK
right now.
Metcalf.
I don't
He's
really want
like
Cortland Sutton.
everybody's scared off by him like he's some sort of like Trump voter or something. It's so funny how
He does come
people
off as
are
a Trump
avoiding
voter.
him.
He doesn't really run like a route. He just muscles his way to the end zone, which is fine. But that's not who like
I
Aaron
feel like that's
Rodgers
going to
is.
piss off Aaron Rodgers. Yeah.
Exactly. It's just a questionable fit, to say the least.
Can anyone name any other receivers on the Steelers that's not Fryermuth?
Roman Wilson.
Who?
He's exactly. He's a second-year player. He basically didn't play last year.
That
Uh,
got dude. I really think that offense might be like pretty
it's
bad.
concerning, yes. So I'm
Roman Wilson was a Washington guy, right? With penis.
no. I think he went to Michigan.
That was Michigan.
Um,
Yeah.
I'm between two players here. Let me pause and talk about it. I got two receivers, two running backs, and if I'm going receiver, I think I would take Devontae Smith.
Hmm.
I agree with like all the Eagles' concerns. Obviously, they're great, but there's like Dylan says, too many mouths. And I have Devontae in a dynasty league, and I know from experience, like sometimes it's amazing, sometimes it sucks, and that's just because the Eagles are like too good. But I think I'm gonna go QB finally because I think my last like elite QB that's left on the board is about to get taken. So I'm taking Mahomes. I think he's gonna have another like career year this year. I think the Chiefs offense is about to flip the script a little bit after everyone has kind of written them off.
I really feel like Mahomes has been having just mediocre.
He has, but I think he's pissed off about it, and he's legitimately like one of the best players ever. So
He will get Rasheed Rice back, who
yes,
still hasn't been suspended for his little incident. So I think, yeah, I could see it happening, but also I'm concerned that Mahomes is, and he's put his best behind him. But
really,
what is he?
I
Oh,
don't think
isn't he
so.
like 29? Yeah, he's 29.
He's a
Maybe not.
quarterback.
That's a hot take, dude. I don't know. I just he hasn't shown it, right? It's hard to bet on it right now if he's not having good
Last
seasons.
year, last year was his worst season for sure. That's part of the reason I'm in on him though. He's cheap finally, and I really do think they're gonna like have way more explosives this year. But anyway, Sam's up.
Yeah, and the other thing too on Mahomes is like this is like the first time in a few years they aren't coming off winning a Super Bowl. So maybe like you
Mm,
said, Eddie, maybe they're like a little pissed or they want to prove people wrong or whatever the case is. But so maybe there is something. I think he does bounce back a little bit just because last year he was like terrible for his standards. I think statistically. Okay, my pick here. I've thought about it a little bit.
Get
I'm
your
going
guy.
with
Pick
George
Devontae.
Pickens.
Oh,
I'm
mm.
going high upside. Cowboys put up numbers. They might not win games when it matters, but they can score points. They can put up statistics, and that's what fantasy is all about. So going George
dang,
Pickens.
I really thought you were gonna get
W.
Devontae. Surprised.
Yeah, I think Devontae I might categorize as a little bit safer, but I'm going high upside with Pickens. He can just
Mhm.
be so explosive and score a lot of points really quickly. So, and I feel like I have my consistency guy with Mike Evans, so maybe I'm going a little bit high upside guy here with George Pickens.
With that exact mindset is why I'm gonna go JMO. I've been a JMO owner in previous leagues, and he surprisingly did not get 1,000 yards last season. This is the season he finally takes that next level boost, and he
I like
gets
it.
into the the 1,000 yards, 9, 10 touchdowns type of receiver. Amon Ra is a very specific. He mainly plays in the slot. JMO's actually playing in the X, and he is gonna be getting, I think, even more opportunities. He's gonna have to get capped and doubled to stop that speed. So I like defenses adjusting, and JMO has a good year.
I like that. It felt like he had 1,000 yards last year, but I
It
guess he
did,
didn't.
right? But he
Yeah,
surprised, and he was just short. I mean, practically it was 1,000, but this is a receiver that was getting 2 touchdowns, 100 yards one game, and then he'll have one catch, 4 yards in the next game. And he just wasn't consistent enough. Um, this is that spot I feel like it makes sense to reach and get somebody that could be a little risky. Not even just like high ceiling JMO. I feel like JMO is more of a sure thing compared to the rookies, for example. You don't ever know what you're going to get out of them. You do know there's at least 1 year. There's always 1 to 2 rookie receivers that are going to get 1,000 yards, 5, 6 touchdowns, and you like gambling on that kind of thing. There's a lot of receivers that were drafted this year, so it's so hard to say, right? Hmm. There's a lot. Oh, Golden's in there. Can you pause? I'm almost there, but
yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna take another gamble. Uh, I know that I took an already injury-prone McCaffrey, so I think I'm gonna go with a running back that's a rookie because there's not a lot of good running backs in Denver, and I like the idea of RJ Harvey kind of exploding on the scene as a top-end rookie running back. So I could see him taking the lead in that backfield. So I'm going to go Harvey. Go ahead and resume it. I'm going
Oh
to take him.
yes. Yeah, I
All
feel
right,
like.
I was looking
Oh,
at RJ Harvey too. Yeah, Eddie, do you have commentary on the RJ Harvey pick?
I was just gonna say real quick. I feel like the longer the offseason has gone on, the more I feel like the Broncos are going to be really good. So makes
A
sense.
lot of people have been saying that. I
Yeah.
like. I think Nix is going to open the offense up with his improvement, and that includes the running game because when you have a guy like Nix that's able to scramble, what did he have? Like he scrambled for like 40 fucking first downs this last year. Using his feet like that just opens up the running game. So RJ Harvey is going to be the main benefactor from an offense like that.
Yeah, I like the Broncos a lot too. I think they're trending in the right direction. Um, and I have Knicks in a dynasty league, and so I would love for them to just continue going in that direction. For my pick here, I am looking running back. I was thinking about RJ Harvey, but I think I've centered in on my guy. I'm going with DeAndre Swift in Chicago.
Woo!
Got
That's
Ben
good. Good
Johnson
pick.
coming in. I think he's going to be able to scheme up some easier things for the offense, hopefully. And
Yep.
you look at, or I was just looking at DeAndre Swift's career in fantasy, and he's consistently a top 20 running back.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
The slander he's gotten, I just don't understand it. He's always been good, but he's been
Yeah.
considered a bust candidate every year. Why?
I think a lot of the advanced stats don't like him, but I agree. I think he's a really good value this year in redraft because with Ben Johnson there, I mean Swift is the RB1 clearly, and like even if he isn't that great, I mean he's explosive. He's their most explosive back. So 6th round, I like it for sure. He's another one of my targets this year. Um, if I'm going running back, I'm
Advanced
kind of
stats.
low
You know
on
what they say about advanced stats?
what do they say? Well, I wasn't backing them. I
No,
was
I don't know.
disagreeing
I
with
was
them.
asking. You know what they said?
No, they're advanced. I uh I feel like I often find myself talking like a an old hat, like I'm anti analytics, but I'm really not. I just think a lot of people don't understand analytics. But anyway, I kind of want to take B Rob for similar reasons to Swift.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't there a running back, a rookie there that's also hyped up?
There is. He's a 7th rounder, Bill Krosky Merritt. He is getting a lot of hype, especially on Reddit. I don't want to completely downplay it. I mean, I do think B Rob is like mid as a talent, just like everyone else does. But again, he's their RB1. I
Fuck, he's
think
old.
he's
26.
26.
Yeah,
Eh,
he's old.
he's been a top 30 running back the last 2 years. I think he'll return RB2 value unless he gets hurt, but that's true for everyone. I don't know. I just don't see him getting his job taken by a 7th rounder. It could happen, but it's not the bet that I want to make. But actually, I don't even know if I'm going to take him. I kind of just want to go with full homer now since we're in the last round. So I'm going to draft my pet cat, who's going to be offensive rookie of the year. This dude right here, you should draft him. Oh, I need to unpause. I'm taking Matthew Golden.
Good pick. Okay. I think JJ McCarthy sucks, so I think that gives Aaron Jones value, but I think Aaron Jones is getting old. Quinshawn Judkins, maybe jail, maybe suspended, who knows.
Take Quinchon.
Tony Pollard does not excite me. That Tennessee offense, while having Cam Ward, is cool. I think they suck again,
It's
and I
gonna
don't
be
think
tough
Tony
sledding
Pollard
over
thrives
there.
on a sucky team. I like Tyrone Tracy, but I think the Cowboys are going to run the ball a lot. That's like Schottenheimer's Schotty's entire philosophy is establishing the run and bullying people. I don't know if we have the offensive line to do that yet. I think they're still young. But I think they are going to try to run the ball a lot. So I think Javonte Williams gets a lot of usage. The problem is they do have 4 backs. So if one back emerges better than the others, the depth chart may change quite a bit.
It sounds like a
Running
committee
backs,
on there in Dallas.
yeah, I don't know what to think about it. This is also our last pick because we're doing 6 rounds.
Yep.
Eddie, can you pause real fast?
Yeah.
Olave, more like El Olave. The Saints are fucking trash. Tyler Shows trash. The OU guy was his name.
Come on.
I generally forget his name. Rattler, trash.
Alvin Kamara, trash.
Yeah.
Whoa. That has to
He is
stop.
like when you the Saints are like when you take a shit and you look at it and some of the pieces have corn in them, you're like, hey, that's pretty cool. That's Alvin Kamara. He has the corn. He's a turd with some corn in it. The rest of it is just shit. I hate the Browns offense. Jerry Jeudy is a no-go. Honestly, all of these receivers kind of scare me a little bit. They have significant downsides, even though they have some upsides.
That's where we are in the draft.
Yeah, Kelsey is still on the board, and like we've been saying with Patty Mahomes, I think they try and have a comeback year. I don't know what Kelsey looks like in that offense, though, at 35 years old.
Yes, 35.
So for that reason, I think I've decided with my last pick in this draft, I'm going to probably take the safest player I can since we're mid-round. I think people would call this guy the Jason Tatum of the NFL. Just consistent, came in with a lot of talent, does the same thing almost every year. You kind of know what you're getting with him. So yeah, for that reason, I'm drafting Kyle Pitts, baby. Kyle Pitts. We love Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts in the 6th round. Let's go, Kyle Pitts.
He's the one exception to the tight ends are the best player on a bad team. He
Kyle
somehow
Pitts
is not good on a bad team.
Yeah, but he
This
has
is the year,
a
man.
big old penis thrown to him. It's
This
the
is
year.
the year.
Could be
This
insane.
is the
everybody.
year.
Set your thing to auto draft, and let's just see what our teams
I'm
turn
just gonna
out
end
like.
it.
Just end. It's not fun. I want to see what they.
You wanted to auto draft?
Yeah, dude. Let's see what our team looks like. I was gonna while this happens, I was gonna ask everybody who their like sleeper, who they're gonna target. Since we're not doing the rest of it, just give me at least one sleeper, and we can start with you, Eddie.
Oh, I can't even access the players anymore. Okay, I guess I don't need that. Sleeper. Give me a second. Also, I can hear myself on one of y'all's mic, but that's okay. I mean, I took one of my sleepers, which was Matthew Golden. Sorry, you got me on a rough spot.
I got one if you need a second, Eddie.
Yeah. Go for it. I'm gonna stop sharing my screen though.
My kind of sleeper is Evan Ingram in Denver. We've talked a lot about the Broncos and how we all kind of like Bo Nix and the trajectory of the way they're going. Evan Ingram, when he was in Jacksonville, I think was like a top 5 fantasy tight end multiple times. He's capable of doing it. He's like 30 years old now, which whatever. But I just think he's coming to Denver. Sean Payton's getting him in there, and they're just going to pepper him with targets. I think he's going to get a lot of volume this year. So Evan Ingram is my sleeper. Someone you could probably get for good value later in
cheap.
drafts.
Yeah.
I hate the Niners, but I think Brock Purdy and Ricky Pearsall have a good connection, and I'm kind of high on Ricky for whatever reason. There's nothing to really, I don't know. I don't have much evidence to back up that statement, but I like Ricky Pearsall.
I like him too.
Yeah. He had an upward trajectory at the end of last year.
Yeah.
Eddie, you ready? I can jump in if you're not.
I'm ready, but I'm worried I'm stealing your thunder a little bit. We mentioned him earlier. I really like Ibuka this year. I know I already said Golden, but I like both of them as rookies. I actually like them more than Tedero and McMillan for redraft this year. I was at first like not super high on Ibuka for this year, but then like Godwin still hasn't practiced at all, and then like all the smoke is coming out of Tampa Bay that he's like been amazing. Like Baker's been hyping him up, Mike Evans has been hyping him up, and even though
The
it's
situation is really good.
yeah,
in
it's
Tampa.
like it's kind of spicy, right? It's a good offense, and they want to throw the ball, so it's easy to see him getting like 80, maybe 90 targets, and he's really efficient. I liked him as a prospect, so I think he's worth like a solid 7th or 8th round flyer.
Yeah, I like it. I think that's a fun sleeper to get a lottery ticket on. Could hit pretty well in an offense that's going to get 4,000 yards, potentially 30, 40 touchdowns. It's a lot of mouths to feed. So I think it makes sense. Mine is finding the next best Brock Bowers. I think Brock will have another good year, but I think there's going to be a rookie tight end that's got the same talent level. So, and then same idea with Brock getting all that opportunity because their team was bad. I subscribe to the theory that bad teams throw to their tight ends. So I think Indianapolis is going to be bad. So I would target Tyler Warren, and that rookie tight end. He's already made a lot of noise, and he's the kind of guy that I'd spend a lottery ticket on. Not so sure how I feel about Loveland. Can you stop, Cat? I don't know if y'all could hear that, but he's screaming back there.
Got something to say.
He's like,
He doesn't like
Tyler
your picks.
Warren's a trash idea.
Exactly.
Loveland is interesting, but I think the offense actually might be pretty decent in Chicago. So I'm worried he might not get enough volume for that to be a return on investment on a pick like that. So I would choose Warren over Loveland. But if Warren was gone, I would take Loveland just for fun.
All right. Are we going to ask the listeners to vote on who has the best and worst team?
We can. Who do you guys think has the best team? I'm still looking at my sleeper.
Right? Everyone's going to say themselves. Uh,
How about Team 11? Neighbors, Brian Thomas,
Oh
Marvin.
my God, they have
Harrison.
5 wide receivers.
Dang, that's amazing.
So does 7. Team 7 also got 5 wide receivers.
Holy shit.
I kind of like Team 5.
I'm on Raw, Josh Allen, Kyron Williams, Alvin
No,
Kamara.
Team 1. Team 1 actually.
Yeah,
is
I was looking at Team 1 as well. It's nice.
I just think Montgomery is going to lose a lot of touches this year. This is the year that Gibbs is just going to take the lead completely. So it's the only one that I don't like, and then Kelsey also. But yeah, one is nice. Bijan, he's going to run away as the number one, I think.
He's my 1.01 if I get that in any league.
Yeah,
I think
how
I'm
can you
still
not
taking
take him?
Yeah, Chase is obviously a great one too.
Yeah, one is nice, but I think I like Dylan's team a lot. I really like Joe
I was gonna
Burrow.
say, yeah.
I was on a roll, then I started trolling a little bit. I reached with Henderson and then Kyle Pitts.
Yeah, we're ignoring the pits.
Yeah, you got
But
ignore the
the
Pitts.
first 5 picks are. I like Travion Henderson. I understand 5 is a reach, but like I said, you're not going to be sweating that pick when at the end of the year he turns out to be like number 7 RB. You're just going to look really smart, right? So there's nothing wrong with taking him at 5.
Last year, my buddy who won our high school league, he won primarily because he drafted both Neighbors and BTJ. I was bitter
Wow,
because I was
that is
targeting
ballsy.
BTJ and he snatched him.
Holy
Yeah,
shit!
I think Sammy's team is very safe and going to score a shit ton of points and is less prone to the ups and downs of everyone else's roster.
Yeah, the only one that I'm not so sure about is Pickens, but he does have a
no.
high ceiling.
I
Everybody
think the
else,
Cowboys are in a semi-similar spot to the Bengals, except without as talented of a quarterback.
Yeah, it's just Walmart Bengals, right?
Yeah, he is the T. Higgins of
Yes.
Cowboys. I think he scores points. I don't know if he's gonna. I don't know.
He's also just got that like crazy factor, which I do count for a little bit in fantasy. Like you never know if he's just gonna rip
Yeah,
his face off and then get a
The
suspension.
only thing that
suspended.
would
Yeah,
affect though is if he like gets ejected or like they like stop playing him. Like
that's
if he
true.
gets an unnecessary roughness or something, 15 yards, like who cares fantasy? That's not gonna. There's no negative points for that. Like
Yeah,
Yeah,
just more yards to gain.
I don't know if Shoddy's a hard ass or not, but he seems that
right.
way. But I'm not
No, he
sure.
is.
He
Yeah,
is
it
okay.
seems like it. Yeah, everything that's come out in preseason, he comes off as a major hard ass and disciplinarian, talking about how the Cowboys haven't had discipline for like a decade plus.
Well, maybe he gets benched or something. I don't know.
Well, it's
Yeah, I
also a
don't
That's
know.
contract
definitely
year though,
something to.
so I like that for him in
True.
his favor.
True.
I think if Dak can just get them the ball, because him and CD are both
Yeah.
yak monsters, they can just get them the ball if they have time to get them the ball. And I think if Shoddy is really determined to establish a run, um, Dak will excel. He has had his best seasons when he has a semi-reliable running game. I think he is far enough removed from his injuries that I'm hoping he can run out of the pocket a little bit and not be so stationary. But who knows? Cowboys are a major gamble.
I think the Cowboys are going to have another 7-10 year.
No, yeah, they're going to suck, but for fantasy purposes, I think their offense is a home run or strikeout.
I'm even interested in Javonte Williams after like 7th or 8th-ish round because of all the same reasons.
I mean, I could see. I think they're going to lean on the vets in the running game, but I could see Williams. Who's the other vet that they have?
Miles Sanders.
Miles Sanders. I could see both of them being kind of lame ducks, and Maffa and Jaden Blue, like being the 1 and 2 eventually. Maybe not. It's maybe not. It may not be a this year thing, but I see those two as thunder and lightning, kind of like what Detroit had with Montgomery and Gibbs. What they had with Montgomery and Gibbs. Because Maffa's a bruiser, and if Shoddy wants to establish the run, I think he leans into Maffa once the vets get some wear on their tires halfway through the season.
Moffa looked interesting over the weekend.
Yeah, if they can figure out pass blocking, I think him and Blue will be phenomenal backs.
Well, fellas, we'll stop there. Appreciate all the fun back and forth and a nice little mock draft. With that being said, we usually end our pods with a little corner, a little bit about something about going on in our lives. So we'll start with either Eddie or me to kind of lead the charge there, show you what that's like. So Eddie, do you have anything in mind?
Yeah, I can start off. I like going first too because Simone's are always like way more interesting than mine. So
Not the case today, but we'll see.
all right. Last week I was in Nashville with Jamie, so she was at the which conference was it? It was a stats conference. It was a nerdy conference that her employer, Henry Ford Health Hospital, sponsored. Not just her like admission to the conference, but also our Verbo, so we can bring our dogs and shit. So that was cool. So we got this nice little cabin in the like Nashville suburb woodsy area. By the way, Tennessee is beautiful. I had always heard that, but I'd never been. So we got a nice hike in. It was gorgeous. It felt like Canada in a way, although I also haven't been to Canada. But no, I mostly bummed out. You know, I still worked from home, watching the dogs in this tiny little cabin in the woods. I did make it down to the city once to get some hot chicken, which even though it wasn't like one of the major spots that I Googled, it was still really good. It was like a fast food chain, and I got this spicy sandwich, and it was like a little better than Chick-fil-A level, which to me is pretty damn good, especially for $15. So we did that. Uh, Unfortunately, I did not work out at all, Simone. So I'm sorry, but I'll get back
I
on
know.
that.
I didn't receive any Snapchats. I remember.
Yeah, I know, but I'll get back on it now that I'm home. So yeah, I did some traveling. Last major travel of the summer for me. And then I also got to see, me and Jamie both got to see a couple old friends from our graduate program. So that's where me and Jamie met, was in grad school. And so we have former classmate who lives there, and he just had a baby. So we got to hold like a 10-day-old baby, which was crazy. I hadn't done that, I think maybe ever. So I was kind of like freaking out. Yeah, I was like, I don't want to drop this specimen. I was like holding him, but then like trying to keep a distance, you know. And I think the dad
Underdeveloped
could
neck
tell I
muscles.
was, yeah, they could tell I was exactly.
Just
bump the Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan.
Yeah, I was making mom uncomfortable. So eventually Jamie took over, but it was still cool holding a freaking cell like that, you know. But yeah, that's it. Nothing crazy. Just seeing old friends doing a little bit of travel.
hell yeah.
Nice.
For a second there, Sammy, I thought your void was going to take your soul. He was just staring at you. I'm just like, oh God, what's going to happen there?
You better not, bro. I trust him. He wouldn't do that. He does have kind of that look, though.
Yeah, he does.
That's terrifying, actually. I have nightmares of that.
Look at him. Are you okay, bro?
He's not happy with your team that you drafted.
He's not. No,
Dude.
that's what I was thinking. He's like, you think George Pickens was a good pick, dude? Like, just upset.
This guy.
All right. Hopefully that was a good example. Do either of you want to go for it next?
It can be anything. It can be like a show that you're watching.
You got it, Simone. You look like you really want to go. A show that?
I'm just eager to hear y'all's corners. That's all. I want to go in your corner and hear what you have to say.
No, stay out of my corner.
No, I want to come in your corner.
No shirts, no shoes, no service.
Oh, it's a little racist, but it's fine. Yeah, mine is not that fun. I since we last potted, I just had this weird spell of running into ex girlfriends dating people in the past 2 weeks. Like I ran into one dancing, and then I ran into another one on a date with another person. She was there too, another girl, and then I ran into two in the same HEB at the same time, and I was like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Which HEB?
Mueller, the one
Of
closest to
course.
me.
You can't be going to Mueller.
That's the one. That's the one that people love. It's like Dylan's nodding his
It's
head. He knows it's the best. It's the best Mueller in Austin. It's
it,
the best HEB in
no,
Austin.
it's not. It's shit.
Wow, you take that back, sir.
This guy's a Riverside enthusiast.
Oh,
Yes, I'd so
oh,
much rather go to the HEB on Riverside.
oh, Rivers. Oh, it's disgusting, dude.
Disgusting.
Don't
Anyways,
order curbside from Mueller. But go on.
yeah, with each of these people, I stopped and said hello, but it was just the coincidence is just fucking. That'll never happen again. I don't think. I hope not. It's kind of awkward running into that many at the same time. I just don't want to have that many awkward conversations. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me. That's the only interesting thing that's happened to me.
Nice flex, bro.
Hey, man, I touched on my dating life previously, but not much has changed since last year. It's still an adventure, as this these four encounters shows. It's just always something new, nothing steady yet, but maybe soon. Maybe soon.
Stay tuned.
Maybe soon. Maybe okay. Who wants to go
Definitely
next?
soon. I'll go next. I kind of want to let Dylan back clean up in this whole segment. I thought about a couple of different things I could talk about, and the TV show idea. Well, that gave me an idea, and I was gonna go down that avenue, but I'm gonna go down this one. It might be TMI, but let's say
Cat
like the last few weeks. No, Zemo knows. He knows about this one. Last few weeks, I have been shitting a lot, pooping a lot. I don't know if you had to blur that or not.
Everybody
Like
nods.
like 4 times a day. What I think is maybe unhealthy. So I'm dealing with that, and I'm thinking about maybe going to the doctor soon. It's kind of just a reminder. I don't go to the doctor frequently,
Yeah, you don't. You
but
shouldn't do that.
it's kind of a reminder. You don't think I should go to the doctor?
No, obviously not.
They're all quacks.
They're
They
just
don't.
gonna lie to you.
But well, what do I do about shitting 4 times a day? Because honestly, it
I
takes up a
mean,
lot of my day, and I need to
is
like
it is
get
your
that
stool
time back.
regular or is
That's
it
pretty
No,
sweet,
bloody? Or
dude. It's pretty
no,
sweet.
it's straight through me. It's almost liquid.
Oh,
Yeah,
Man,
it's
maybe you
not
should go to
great.
a doctor, dude.
So I'm thinking about going to the doctor for that. And it's kind of maybe my reminder to go to the doctor more frequent. There are like other things that will pop up, but they go away.
Have
But
you been
this
eating
has
like normally, or like any changes in diet?
not really that I know of. Um, it's it's odd. Like I've had like kind of things like that happen before, but usually they go away in like a few days. This is different. So I'm gonna go to the doctor, and maybe if I'm on this pod again in the future, I'll have an update on what the doctor had to say.
nice. I see what you did there, sir. Well done.
Or maybe not. Maybe I'll just keep shitting myself all day. I don't know.
I think we all hope you do.
Well, I don't. I want it to stop because honestly, it's annoying. It's really annoying. Like the amount of times I'm like locked in on work and it just happens, and I'm like, well, I just lost all my focus.
Well, you just might as well
Yeah,
move
it's
your toilet to your desk so that you don't have to worry about wasting
right
time.
there. See that? See that
Now
door right there?
that's already like an extra 10 steps you could eliminate by just cut a hole out of your office chair, put a bucket down there, and then boom.
I've been
Work
thinking about
smarter, not
maybe getting
harder, dude.
a monitor
What if
set
you
up in
just move
there.
the desk to the toilet
No,
instead of
that's
shitting in a
There
fucking
bucket?
you go.
stupid, dude. That's just the dumbest idea I've heard in a
I think
long
I'm gonna
time,
get a
I'd say.
mobile desk. Just wheel it over there. I got a monitor. That's all I need.
You can take your meetings in there.
Yeah, I feel like that's risky. But anyways, maybe that was TMI, but I hope
Not
that
TMI.
flies in the
No, that was lovely.
segment.
Good luck with your shit.
Yeah. All right, Gandalf.
Um, I guess I'll rapid fire a couple things. Kayla and I watched Untamed recently. Very good. I really enjoyed that show. There's supposed to be another season coming out. I'm imagining it'll be like True Detective, where it's like a different storyline, but also in a national park. Would very much recommend watching Untamed.
That's the one that starts in Yosemite, right?
Yeah, really good. Um, Sammy and I hooped on Saturday. We went um, 1-3.
2-2, right?
Oh, it's 2-2, 2-2. Yeah, we went
Greg?
2-2. And Greg, there's good hoops. We played pretty well. Yeah, there was just one stacked team that we happened to play twice, and that was our 2 losses. I think I would. Yeah. Anyway,
How many times did Sammy poop while y'all were there?
none actually.
I pooped before and I pooped after.
Good man.
Well timed. Great job.
I have to wake up like pretty early so that I can get it out of the way, so that I don't have to poop immediately when I get there.
Well, at least you're not getting awoken by you pooping. That would be significantly worse. You're waking up ahead of time and then pooping. Good.
Wedding planning is almost done. We just have to pick out. We have menu tasting this Friday that our parents are coming down for, and then need to pick out music stuff. We have the musicians and everything the DJ picked out. We just need to tell them what to play. Planning bachelor party details TBD. Thinking having something in Austin so we can invite a large group of everyone out that may not even be invited to the wedding, just like a big group of folks come hang out. Personal accomplishment this morning in World of Warcraft, I beat this boss on a hard mode difficulty that you're not even supposed to really be able to fight until like maybe like a week or so from now. It's like 2 weeks from now to like even be competitive. And I did it on my like I should have kept an attempt timer like Dark Souls bosses and streamers, but I didn't. I think it was like my 40th or 50th attempt. But for reference, there's like professional WoW players that on stream have gotten to 100+ attempts and then beat it. So I was ahead of the curve and did that this morning. I let rip a "Let's fucking go" real loud. Thankfully, was not on a call. Yeah, so I've been riding that high pretty much all day today.
Good shit.
Well done, sir.
Thanks.
Hey, question about your wedding music. You haven't made any concrete decisions yet, right?
Cupid shuffle 20 times.
Fuck.
That's great.
Well, it sounds like that's great. Well, at least you have an opportunity to add in the Rattling Bog and force everybody to sing it. Please do it. Please, dude. I'm begging you. I've been practicing it once a month.
Kayla got a TikTok of someone playing that at a wedding and said, "This is banned."
No! Why would you show her that TikTok?
I didn't. She got it on her own feed and showed it to me and was like, "This is banned."
Fuck, dude. What are we going to do?
You just accepted that?
Yeah, kind of. There's a lot of family there that
It's the perfect family song. What are we talking about? The Rattling Bog.
I mean, yeah, no, it's PG. Like it's a good sing along song. It's just not 8 minutes of a memorization song. It's kind of a lot for a wedding.
That's disappointing. All that practice for nothing.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you have at least one non-8-minute Irish jig to sing to, because it wouldn't be a bottoms wedding without that.
Probably not to sing to, but Sarah and 2 other musicians are playing for our
shit,
ceremony and then for the cocktail hour.
dude,
So
let's go.
Sarah will be
former.
Sarah's my banjo teacher. She is she's actually on tour this fall with the Oh Hellos.
I was about to ask. Yeah, you mentioned last time I saw you that you knew someone with Oh Hellos, which is awesome because they're great.
Yeah. So they're about to go on tour. But anyways, she'll be playing at the wedding. She's awesome, and it'll probably be a mix of Irish and just regular recognizable music.
Fuck yeah! All right, that'll suffice for sure. No, it's better. Good to hear. Well, appreciate that, and everybody else letting us visit their corners for the brief amount of time that we had today. Thanks for coming through with the mock drafts. It was fun. Okay, Jax.
Yep.
Go dominate your leagues.
Yeah, hopefully that was some value to anybody that was listening, and maybe it helped out you guys with a little practice. But yeah, it was fun. We'll probably just end it here, and then yeah, we'll see how Sammy's pooping situation ends up in a couple weeks from now, and come back, and hopefully we can get everybody on the pod again and actually do some football talk and not football drafting. Maybe that's something we do. Well, do that.
All right. Hello.
We're out of here. That was an important call.
Thanks, y'all.